Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel for your new moon in Scorpio readings for the period between November 18th to December 18th. Thank you so much for everyone who ordered a subscriber gift reading. It was wonderful connecting with new people and also reconnecting with some of my previous clients. Thank you so much for your support of my channel. That subscriber gift reading is still available. One more week left. It will be closing on November 30th. So the last day of the month is the last day I'll be taking orders for that reading, discounted reading, and I hope you'll take advantage of that. Thank you so much for everyone who likes, shares the videos, and subscribes to the channel. So I'm doing a reading this month in a different way for you, a different format. I wanted to cut down on the time of shuffling and laying out the cards. I feel this is a little more intimate, so I hope you like it, and I definitely would love to hear your feedback from it, okay? So this is for my Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising, my beautiful Leos. So I think that this month, many of you are going to be pulling back a little bit and spending more time alone, spending more time keeping your own company. I think that many Leos have had a very busy social life in the last month or so. Lots of connecting with people, new people, people from the past, get-togethers, socializing, going out. Perhaps that's the residue from the Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S. or, preparation for that. So often, maybe office gatherings, things like that, getting together with people coming in and out of town to visit. But I feel like, some of you have been so active that really right now you're kind of feeling a bit of that activity hangover is what I would call it, where we really haven't had a lot of time to dedicate to ourselves. And now we're in that period of downtime between holidays here in America, or just in general, and there's a sense of, okay, well, what do I do with myself now? What's going to feed me emotionally? What's working in my life and what's not working? I feel that some of you are a little bored, a little disillusioned, trying to figure out where you belong in the scheme of things, and what you want to develop in your life going forward that's going to satisfy you emotionally, spiritually. There is a strong indication here of solidifying things, so planting seeds, building a foundation, whether that is financially. The Four of Pentacles is here, and I do feel that many of you in this month to come, the next few weeks to come, are going to be really focused on stabilizing your financial situation, on making money, on holding on to money, budgeting. I don't see you as wanting to do a lot of spending over the next few weeks. So I think that you're really thinking more about financial security and having something in the bank, having something to fall back on in case of emergencies. Some of you may be in the process of looking for a house or an apartment, or selling a home. So what I would say to you, if that is the case, Mercury is going retrograde on December 2nd, and it will move forward on December 24th, right before Christmas. Not a good time to sign contracts, not a good time to sign on the bottom line. If you are buying or selling, if you have at all the ability to delay finalizing a situation, whether it's a home sale or whether it's any kind of thing that you have to commit to, if you are able to get that done before December 1st, really as soon as possible, within the next few days, because we are in that shadow period before Mercury where things do start to slow down a little bit in anticipation of Mercury going backwards. If you can get those things finalized before Mercury goes backwards or wait until after December 24th, then you're going to have, the force with you as far as communications, contracts, meetings, making commitments where you are, signing on paper or electronic signatures. You may find, if you commit to something for the next few weeks, that things are going to change that would have made you make a different decision, or you'll be getting information as the retrograde finalizes, toward the end of the retrograde, that could have swayed your decision either way, in a different way. Okay, the energy is a little unstable when Mercury is retrograde, so people are indecisive, they change their minds, people make mistakes on paperwork, documentation, so you want to check and double check anything that you are reviewing that could be significant, important or legal documents for you. Again, you want to also check your bank account, check your bank statements, make sure that there are no errors on your credit card bills or your, financial statements. So I see you reviewing things, and that's the best strategy to take right now during, as we go into this Mercury retrograde slowdown. Now, some of you are waiting for a situation to change, and I think that that's part of the frustration or your sense of disappointment or a sense of discomfort right now. If you are feeling that you really want something to you really want things to change in a positive way, in the direction that you're hoping for. I do feel that you have here, I'm just going to go through the cards. You have the Three of Cups in the past, the Four of Cups covering you right now, the Four of Coins, which is in the near future, and we're talking about probably toward the mid-December. You have the Page of Coins, which has to do with your external influences, so people outside of you. The King of Cups is the obstacle here, and the Four of Swords is the potential outcome, with the Wheel of Fortune as your advice card. So as your advice card, the Wheel of Fortune is saying, allow time to take its course. Okay, when I see the Wheel of Fortune, it always indicates to me that there are astrological aspects that could be affecting the situation, and you need to let those things play out. So in this case, for me, it's Mercury. All right, I would not, take aggressive action if you don't have to do that. You have the Sanctuary card here, and you have the Retreat card. And the Retreat Tao Oracle card talks about a timely departure, letting go, withdrawal, reevaluation, retirement. Don't hesitate to walk away. Okay, so this actually can apply on a few different levels. Your main suit here, even though we've been talking about finances, the main suit here is Cups. So you have Cups and Pentacles. So if we're considering this as a relationship reading, I would say that some of you may have been experiencing some difficulties with a water sign or someone who has water prevalent in their chart. This could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And I think that this may be a situation where everything was going along fine. You may have, really connected with this person. Things were going smoothly. And then just something happened that gave you just a sense of disillusionment, or maybe this person was really attractive to you in the beginning, but as you started to get to know them, they were boring to you, or they did not appeal to you on a deeper level than maybe that external attraction. So if that's the case, then I would not feel bad if I were you. I would know that, if this situation is not for you, then something else will be. Someone else will come along who is going to resonate with you on all those levels. You have the Page of Swords here in the potential outcome, which could be a air sign coming through at the end of the month. But the Page of Swords also says just wait and see. This Page of Swords has come up in 3 of the 5 readings that I have done so far. So it really is an indication to me that we all need to kind of sit back and observe. The Page of Swords is an observer. He or she is very analytical. They're watching from behind the scenes. They're checking things out. They are not, moving. They're waiting to see what comes through. And so I do feel that is the best course of action for you to take. Don't be afraid to retreat, even if it's temporary, okay, into the sanctuary of whatever that is for you, whether it's your own company, your own home, whatever that means for you. It's okay for you to concentrate on yourself right now and maybe pull away if something that you were hoping for has not exactly turned out exactly the way that you thought it would. All right. It seems perhaps that this King of Cups energy may be concerned himself or herself about one of 2 things. Either their financial situation, they may be working on a project or building their financial security, a new job, a new opportunity that is related to money. And they are waiting for this to resolve. So they may be having some changes going on a financial level where they cannot dedicate all their time to you. And I think that this person does have good intentions. They do have feelings for you. But I think that they are also involved with something else that is, that's taking their time. They also could be the King of Cups, being a water sign can be highly sensitive. So they may be trying to decide exactly how they feel right now, okay, about you, about the relationship. It may be very new. There also may be the presence of children, okay? So it's possible that the King of Cups has children, or there is something related to a child. Perhaps child support is coming up here, and they are trying to resolve a situation that that's very significant in their lives. So you may need to give them a little space, give them the opportunity to do that. Okay. But again, in the outcome, and let me just go through, you have the Page of Coins, which is Earth. You have the King of Cups, and Earth being Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. You have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and you have the Page of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So 2 pages here do also indicate information coming through. So I feel that, the general message here for me is that this is a good time for you to pull back, to retreat, to perhaps withdraw from a situation, whether it's an emotional situation or you trying to make something happen on a financial level, and just kind of review things, wait to see what happens, wait till more information comes through to you. Because pages always indicate information, news, messages coming through. They could be messages on a financial level, or they could be messages with the Page of Swords about things that you were not necessarily aware of. And so I would take an analytical position this month. Kind of, not be too caught up in the emotional side of life. Wait for information to come through, and wait for someone to contact you. I wouldn't necessarily be the one to make the aggressive action this month. Again, it's kind of a wait and see. See what other people do. Observe their moves, observe their reactions, their messages, see what they're up to, and then when Mercury moves forward, you can make the best decisions, because by that time you'll have all the information that you need, regardless of the situation. Things will clarify themselves after Mercury goes forward, and definitely by the Christmas holiday on the 25th, you'll likely be in a different state of mind. I think you'll be in a much more a less emotional, a much more detached state of mind that could be positive or negative, okay? You could be detached in the sense that you are not worried about someone else's actions. You're doing your own thing. You're moving forward, involved in your own life, or detached that maybe the situation ends up not being for you and you're moving on to something better. Okay, remember the Four of Cups, which is covering you right now, that person is concentrating on those 3 cups. And interesting, we have the 3 of Cups before the 4 of Cups. So for some of you, this might have been a situation where there were 3 people involved. It could be a third party situation, where as we're coming into this new moon cycle with that new moon in Scorpio, you may have discovered that there is a third party involved in the relationship. Perhaps that King of Cups could be that third party. Perhaps you are involved with an earth sign, who is that Page of Coins, and the obstacle being the King of Cups, male or female it could be. This is a general reading. And so you may have, with that 4 of Cups there, you're looking at those 3 of Cups, very disillusioned, sad, upset about this information that has come through, or this revelation, but you are missing that 4th cup that is being presented to you out of the heavens. That is a blessing. And that blessing could be, the universe having your back and taking care of you by letting you know, listen, there are someone else involved here, and what you think may be a 2-party situation is actually a third party. So, the universe protecting you. Or that 4th cup could be the clue that something better for you is coming through after this period of retreat. Okay, so if you do need to retreat because you are you are hurt or saddened by information that's come through, don't let this get you down. Don't let this define you right now and spoil, the month for you, because there are better things with the Wheel of Fortune in your advice here. Know that time is going to take its course, and opportunities are going to present themselves to you that are going to be good opportunities in whatever area you're hoping for. You just have to let time take its course. All right, my Leos. So that is your reading for this period. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you would like a private reading, please do contact me. I have some great new readings. Doing a past life reading, which could be for the individual or relationships, and an outlook for the 6 months of 2018. Until then, I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.